Facebook was recently caught censoring Trump's historic and heroic survival of an assassination attempt. Facebook reversed the censorship, claiming it was an error in the code. A week after Biden's crushing defeat in the 2024 election, liberals found themselves in full-blown panic mode as they desperately try to prop up crazy and unelected Kamala Harris as their new nominee. CEO Mark Zuckerberg admitted that Trump's heroic survival was badass, and he stated that he won't be nominating a political candidate this year, dealing a massive political blow to the Liberal Party.
I've done some stuff personally in the past. I'm not planning on doing that this time. And that includes, not endorsing either of the candidates. Now, look, there's obviously a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. The historic events over over the weekend. And on a personal note, it's, seeing Donald Trump get up after getting shot in the face and pump his fist in the air with the American flag is one of the most badass things I've ever seen in my life. But look, it's, and I think, look, it's, at some level as an American, it's like hard to not get kind of emotional about that spirit and that fight. And I think that's why a lot of people like the guy.
As liberals and the news machine panic as the days tick by, the liberal apparatus started a new and bizarre persuasion technique known as the weird strategy. In this strange and bizarre strategy, the news machine has begun to label everything and anything that conservatives do and say as weird.
Some of what he and his running mate are saying, well, it's just plain weird.
These guys are just weird. That's who they are.
As weird and creepy as J.D. Vance.
A super weird idea from J.D. Vance.
Yeah, it's not. It's quite weird. They're just plain weird.
Just plain weird.
Just plain weird.
That stuff is weird. They come across weird, and then they start being weird. Yeah, they're weird.
Being a really weird.
He's such a weirdo.
Donald Trump and his weirdo running mate are weird. Deeply and profoundly weird.
They are weird.
These Republicans just being weird, it's just weird. It's really weird.
Republican weirdness goes even deeper.
He said a lot of things that are weird, a weird style that he brings, weird policies. Let's start with the weird thing, because it is a thing.
Just plain weird.
What was weird was his talking about Diet Mountain Dew. Who drinks Diet Mountain Dew?
You ever seen the guy laugh? That seems very weird to me that an adult can go through 6.5 years of being in the public eye. If he has laughed, it's at someone, not with someone. That is weird behavior.
Weird and cultish.
These are weird people on the other side.
He kind of doubled down on his weird ideas.
I think weird is probably generous.
Simply weird. These guys are just plain weird.
Vance as weird? As the campaign said, weird.
It really is just plain weird.
J.D. Vance, plain weird.
No,
I don't know how else you could read it.
Weird. It is kind of weird.
We're not afraid of weird people.
The other side, they're just weird. Why are you being so weird?
Vance has done something more extreme, more weird.
No matter what kind of weird stuff they keep saying.
Trump and Vance are just weird, in addition to being dangerous to democracy.
That's the weird part that's the most engaging.
Whom he addressed as my beautiful Christians, which was super weird.
Weird tech bro, J.D. Vance.
He's a weird guy.
J.D. Vance, uneasy and sort of weird.
Frankly, for lack of a better word, that he's weird.
Sarcastic remarks that aren't even funny, and he kind of shows that he can't really deliver a one-liner.
So, Sam, weird is the word here in terms of initial impressions from Vance to the American public.
Gas prices are high, grocery prices are high, and all the single women with cats will struggle to buy their cats food if Kamala Harris is elected as president. If you are a single cat woman watching this video and you are struggling to pay for your cat's food, you should vote for Trump. Remember, Vice President Kamala worked with President Biden, who is responsible for the high inflation.
We had the strongest economy that we've ever had by far, and all Biden did was pick up on it, but he ruined it because he screwed up energy so badly that inflation went crazy, and now inflation's through the roof. They can't lower interest rates because if they do, you're going to drive up inflation to levels that nobody's ever seen before. We have among the highest inflation we've ever had. We've never had inflation like this, and it's sticking. It's not going down at all. Where bacon and food products are costing double and triple what they were just a few years ago, where gasoline, energy is way up and going up. If you notice over the last couple of weeks, gasoline and just fuel oil generally, but gasoline has gone way up. And the people see it in the tank. In California, it's over $7 a gallon, and everything else is following it. So we have to get energy down, and we have to get common sense, and we have to get taxes lower.
Experiencing record inflation, the worst in 30 years. way beyond expectations. OPEC didn't increase oil production. Can you tell us a little bit about how you would prevent the new spending in your Build Back Better agenda from exacerbating the problem? And also, what else are you going to do to fix this problem with inflation?
All right, thank you. Well, let's start with this. Prices have gone up. And families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, that gas costs more. And we have to understand what that means. That's about the cost of living going up. That's about having to stress and stretch limited resources. That's about a source of stress for families that is not only economic, but is on a daily level, something that is a heavy weight to carry. So it is something that we take very seriously. But there is also a point that is important to make on the Build Back Better framework. One, it is designed to make it less expensive for working people to live. It was specifically designed to bring down the costs of childcare and increase accessibility and availability. Designed to bring down the cost of elder care. And make it available to all those working families that need that support and need that help. And Build Back Better is not going to cost anything. We're paying for it.
In other news, James O'Keefe exposed the fact that the DNC manager doesn't think Kamala Harris can win and claims he lied to rich people who donated to the DNC.
I like Kamala Harris, but I don't think she'd win this year.
Meet Joyce DeSears, him, the compliance manager to the DNC.
What's your official title?
Compliance manager. My specific job, like the end-all be-all of my job, is reporting to the government how much the DNC raised and where it spent its money.
Saying that she doesn't have any accomplishments to speak of.
She's weirdly unpopular. She doesn't have any accomplishments to speak of because she's vice president.
Joyce DeSears revealed how the DNC gains donations and what tactics they use, including just telling donors what they want them to hear.
When I was doing finance, like fundraising, we just call it finance and politics, you kind of tell a donor what they want to hear.
Which is what?
Whatever they want to hear.
That's the end of my report. Remember, there is still 3 months till the election and anything can happen. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.